Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and skincare, and I really love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. Today, it is a brutally honest 30-day review of Froya Organics.
Froya Organics contains no water, no fillers or BS, only using cold-pressed oils, no heating of those oils, no parabens, non-GMO, 100% natural with no chemicals, no pesticides or herbicides, no hormone disruptors. Sourcing. We wild harvest plants that grow naturally on the Norwegian mountainside to capture the highest quality antioxidant potential. Our plants need to survive Arctic winters and pack a punch. The making. We naturally dry the flowers at 22 degrees for multiple days. This keeps all the nutrients and lets us make products of a much higher quality. All products are handmade. Machines cannot make products like these. Our formulas. We have spent 20 years creating a few simple, powerful products with fast results. Normal brands use 50 to 70% water. We use 0 water. Everything in the jar has a purpose for your skin.
All right, so hopefully you've learned a little bit more about Froya Organics. Before we dive in, I do have the products on my skin today, obviously, and I've been testing these products for a little bit over 30 days. These were gifted to me for honest review, so thank you to Froya Organics. I'm going to scoot out of the way. We're gonna pop up some videos as I go through the products. And I will note as well that I've not used any other skincare whatsoever. Not my eye cream, nothing at all. Not even my SOS spray, you guys, because I wanted to be very thorough and very clear in my thoughts and stuff like that with you guys. If you are new here, I love to try new skincare, and when I especially am gifted something, I like to test skincare for a minimum of I like to test my skincare for a minimum of 21 days, but typically I ask for a full month, and then I come and give you guys full reviews. So first up, I'm going to go into the Ultra Cleanse and Revive Face Scrub. I am not going to be opening this in here, but I will pop up my little video. And I'm going to hold this here for you guys so you can see the directions and the ingredient list. I do also want to just very quickly note, aesthetically speaking, I like the collection. I enjoy this type of packaging. It's kind of that old school, like apothecary, old school vintage salve kind of vibes, and I love that. And I'm also going to note that I am very familiar with products like these because I have used ghee for many years in the winter time. So I'm used to something that is not, in quotes, traditional skincare. So just noting that for you guys. And that is why I said yes to these products, saying all of those things. Like, I like this type of product, things like that. With this particular product, as you can see, it is like a clay powder. If you've used products like these before, I've tried a few different ones. If you've tried these before, it's that same exact concept. You put very, very little into your hands, and then you kind of just add a few drops of water at a time. I like to, as you will see, go a little more chunky. I like a little bit more of a physical exfoliant for me personally. I feel like I need it. So you can see a little bit goes a long way, and you'll see how much I've used in the course of 30 days. This is going to last me a lifetime. Like, it's going to last forever. So you do just a little bit, add as much water as you want to. The more water you add, the more liquidy I guess it's going to be. It's not going to be quite as chunky. And then for me, I like to add just a couple little, and for me, I like to add just a couple little drops because I do want kind of that full-on exfoliation for me. As you can see in the demo, this does not dry my skin out at all, and I do have very dry textured skin. I'm 45 and a half. But I do have dry textured skin. I have rosacea. I have a lot of redness. I have very reactive skin. So I have to be very cautious and selective in what I'm using. This doesn't irritate my skin. I've never kind of gotten broken skin from it, which I've had before with physical exfoliants. It's lovely. The one drawback for me with this particular product is the fact that they recommend you don't keep it in the shower. I like to keep these types of products in the shower, but because it is in a tin and because it can obviously get mildewed or molded or whatever if it does get contact with water, I literally just keep it on the counter. I get undressed, turn my shower on, I put some into the palm of my hand, I step into the shower, I add my few drops, I go ahead and exfoliate, put this on my skin, and then begin showering, if that makes any sense. I really, really am enjoying this product. I will say, and I have to be fair, you guys, that's what this whole channel is about, being brutally honest, but that doesn't mean being a-hole. It's not enough for me. because you're only supposed to use this 2 to 3 times a week, and this is your cleanser. This is how they want you to cleanse your skin. And as somebody that wears makeup consistently, and I film and I can put makeup on and then take it off, I'm wearing makeup for durations, I'm wearing makeup for a long duration of time, so on and so forth. I just feel like because of the nature of the other 2 products, I feel like I can kind of always feel a cast on my skin. So for me, it's not enough. Like for me, I miss cleansing my skin. And you know, you can go in with makeup wipes, micellar water, olive oil, whatever the case may be, to like remove product. But as I'm removing product and typically using an oil-based product to remove my makeup and stuff, even with this for those 2 or 3 days a week, it's just not enough for me. So going to note that. Next up, I did demo both of these products together. I will get them up close for you first, and then I will pop up the demo. But we have the Instant Rosacea Acne and Redness Stopper. We also have the Daily Anti-Age and Glow Face Balm. Again, I like the tins. I like this kind of old school vibe. Even in the wintertime, I still go on Amazon and order a face salve for my grandmother, and she still uses it at 85 years old. So I love the packaging. I cannot say that enough. So I'll dive into the Daily Anti-Age Insane Glow Face Balm first. That is what I'm wearing on this side of the complexion. And the reason that I wanted to demo these both together, I've used this overnight and then I put this on during the day. But I wanted to share kind of together so that you could visually see color, and then you could visually see, and I think it's quite apparent that this is actually way more glowy, in my opinion, and in my eyes, than this one is. So you can see this one right here. It has a very deep, like, turmeric orange color to it. And you can see, like I said, which there's a lot missing, but in 30 days, you guys, that's pretty impressive. Like, this is going to last you, again, it's going to last forever. And with these particular products, less is more. Like, quite literally, this much, you guys, is plenty. So you're going to take a little bit of it, and I like to kind of spread it, you know, through a couple of fingers. You can obviously see in the demo as well. And you want to kind of take it from being a more kind of firm oil, if you will, to it becoming an actual like oil. And you can see kind of how, you know, wet it is as I've manipulated it, and you can see how dark this is. I'll go ahead and add more just for demo purposes here, but again, you can watch right here. If you put too much and you do not blend this out, you're going to be orange. And it very specifically will tell you that, though. It very specifically says a teeny tiny bit of this goes a very, very long way, and it does. And again, in my experience with products like these, that is the experience I've had with those as well. Now, I will say, for me personally, and again, you know, this is my experiences and my preferences as well. Even having dry skin, I would not use this in the summertime. I just would not. And I'm all for the glow, the dew, the yumminess, the all of it. Like, give it all to me. Okay. It's just, in my opinion, a little bit heavier than I would personally opt in the summertime. But you can see that it still does look incredibly beautiful. It blends completely in. I can maybe see like a kiss, a whisper of like an orangey tint. But for me, because my face is way lighter than my body still, it just kind of looks bronzy. Like, I don't think, unless you have very fair skin, if you use too much, I don't think you're really going to notice it. The scent is lovely to me. It's kind of very herbally, very, to me, it just reminds me of turmeric. If you cook with turmeric and spices like that, that's kind of what this reminds me of. Again, it just feels, for me, a little bit heavy. Next up is the Instant Rosacea Acne and Redness Stopper. Again, that same type of packaging. This one you will see is much lighter. Again, I kind of put it between a couple of fingers, manipulate it until it does become, you know, a like melted version of itself. And again, you can see that. And then I will put some more on. I'm gonna have probably too much on my skin, but that's okay. And I feel like with this one right here, I like the texture of both, but for me, I feel like this one gives more glow than what this one does. And this one literally says like insane glow. So I don't know if they're kind of referring to that little bit of bronziness that it kind of gives to the skin or what, but in my opinion, The one that I wear overnight is a little bit more glowy and stuff. And I think I like both of them equally. I feel like, you know, at nighttime I wake up, and you would have seen at the very beginning of this demo, when I wake up in the morning, I am very hydrated, very hydrated. Again, though, I would not personally use this in the summertime. I'm too hot natured. It's too hot and too muggy here. Even right now, y'all, it's still 80 degrees here. So, you know. Okay, I'm gonna take off the little demo part. So you can see I look very, very dewy, very glowy, but it's not too much. I can snap, and it doesn't feel, I don't feel oily. I just feel a little heavy. Like I can tell that there's something on my skin. I'm also going to note, you guys, for it to have the claims of, oh, it's going to take away your rosacea and your acne, I cannot attest to acne at all. I don't have acne, but I do have a lot of redness. I have old acne scarring. I have hyperpigmentation. You know, I have rosacea and things like that. I have not, in this 30 days, maybe slightly on this side, and maybe I'm seeing a little bit of like a differentiation in like my spots, perhaps. I am not seeing a significant change in my redness. And maybe that's me. Maybe I need to kind of compare my pictures. I will pop them up here, befores and then today. Yeah, and for that to be like their main claim, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing a significance. Maybe I would notice something different if I did have acne. But you know, I haven't broken out. I don't feel like, you know, to me, there hasn't been like really any side effects. I do feel like, because I'm not cleansing my skin in kind of the way I guess I'm used to, meaning, you know, I'm only using the scrub 3 days a week or so, I feel like my skin is just a little bit more textured than I prefer my skin to be. And I'm used to, obviously, you know, cleansing and exfoliating and going with eye cream, using a serum, and then applying some form of a moisturizer. So again, I did not want to use any of those. I've solely wanted to use these products. But yeah, I like the products. I'm not in love with the products. I think the price point is fair. Like the little bundles are around like $115-ish. And I know that sounds pricey, but you know, if you are already someone that you are willing to invest, you know, in my opinion, if you're willing to invest in high-end makeup, you should be willing to invest in skincare. My personal opinion. I don't think the price point is bad, because it's going to last you forever, you guys. They're gonna last forever. Pros and cons, it can be slightly pricey. I feel like they're going to last a long time though. I love the packaging. I mean, if I'm traveling, like, this is all I need. And honestly, if you're traveling, I would take one or the other of the bombs. So travel wise, and I like the nostalgic vibes and stuff like that. I like the textures. I like the way that they feel. I do like the level of glow that I get. The ease of use is there. They're gonna last you a long time, like I said. So the only downfalls for me, first and foremost, I don't see a difference in my redness, even in 30 days. And as far as like an anti-aging thing, I really don't see a diminishment like in my lines and stuff like that. I definitely do feel more plump and more hydrated. You know, I definitely feel more plump and more hydrated, but I'm not seeing like anything, you know, it's not blowing my socks off. It's not, you know, when I've seen like the claims and I've seen like comments and stuff like that via social media, and people are like, my skin was drastically different in 10 days. It has not changed that much to me personally. It can feel slightly heavy, in my opinion, on the skin. I feel like if you have oily skin, I do not know how you feel about this. I cannot attest to that. I don't have oily skin, you guys. I'm going to give it a 3.75 yellow hearts out of 5. Definitely better than mid for me, definitely better than a 3, but I don't feel like it's going into like the 4.5 category because of those particular things. And again, those are personal things for me, nothing against the products themselves. I feel like I need more. I feel like I just kind of I can feel the heaviness on my skin, or feel that I have product or maybe build up on my skin. Kind of like the same way when you use hair products, and after a few days you're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you can feel it. Not that your hair looks bad, not that it, you know, feels bad or anything like that, but I can feel buildup. And just because of that, and because I always kind of feel like I have something on my skin doesn't feel super clean to me. And then texturally, like my skin still just kind of feels, I feel like it's lacking something for me. What I think I'm going to do, because I will continue to use this in the wintertime, and I'll update you guys again kind of as we pan these and empty these, I think I'm going to start using my regular everyday cleanser in the shower like I always do. And then I think once a week or so, just to not kind of steer too far away from this, once a week I am going to use my Fenty, the AHA, BHA thing, just because I love that and I see a significant change in my skin when I do use that and am incorporating that. So 3.75, I think that's still really, really good. I'm super grateful to have them. I mean, looking at my skin up close, it does look pretty and it does look dewy and stuff like that. And I mean, I like the products overall. I'm not in love with the products. Hopefully that helps you guys in some way. If you have tried these, if you're used to products like these, I would love to know. Again, if you do try these are not traditional skincare. They have a different texture. They lay differently on the skin. You do have to manipulate them in a different way. It's not sticking a moisturizer on and you just slap it all over your face and you call it a day, which I don't mind that. I like that. I like the products overall, and I feel like, especially as we do actually get cold, I really think I'm going to like them. And more specifically, I'm going to kind of let you guys know, because I will like literally crack and peel and bleed through here. A lot of times on my chin, the top parts of my cheeks, and then above my eyebrows. Those are like the parts of my, those are like my kind of concern areas or problem areas in the winter months. So I'll update you guys on that stuff. Not bad, but I have to be honest. Yeah, I'm not seeing a significance in my redness. Maybe feeling like I'm having some good clarity to the skin, and that's basically kind of making me feel a little bit more plump, a little bit more youthful and stuff like that. I'm not seeing a drastic change kind of otherwise. Is it hydrating? Yes. Is it nice? Yes. Am I going to continue to use it? Yes. But there are those few drawbacks. So hopefully that's helpful. Thank y'all so much for joining. Also, you guys, I am so very close, only 40 subscribers away from announcing my 5,000 subscriber giveaway winner. I'll pop that video here. It's also going to be linked down below. I hope you go enter. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.